Hello, welcome back to my haunted library. It's Regina, or should I say Ratina St. Clair. That is my moniker for the month of August because I had the honor of being a co-host for Garbaugust. Garbaugust is created and hosted by the wonderful YouTube channel Criminale. If you don't know his channel, I will of course post it below. And there are lots of other co-hosts. Some of my favorite booktubers are on this list. So I'm just honored to be part of this group this year. The theme this year is don't panic, read trash, which is great advice. Once you read a real soap opera book, trashy romance, or any kind of trash fiction, you immediately feel less stressed because your life in comparison is just so much more normal and boring. So you don't have to worry about things. So don't panic, just read trash. So we do have 2 group reads that are coming up that if you might want to get ready for. Jilly Cooper, her book Rivals, which I haven't read, and a book by James Patterson and Michael Ledwidge, Zoo. Have no idea what that is. I've only read one James Patterson in my lifetime. Maybe one was enough, but hey, I did take his masterclass and saw him live at BookCon with President Bill Clinton. And I've always had a little bit of crush on James Patterson, I have to say. Not so much Bill Clinton, but definitely James Patterson. I can't explain it, but so maybe I will really enjoy reading his book. Week 1 is for your reading trash enjoyment is Anything Goes, which is great. Week 2 is shock value, which I'm sure I can find a lot of that in this library. Week 3 is cozy trash, which I certainly have some of. And then week 4 is going to be a bit of a challenge for me. That's apocalyptic trash. So I'm going to try to recycle from my own shelves, recycle my trash, which is always a good idea. But I'm also always looking for that next trashy read. So if you stick around, I have a vlog where I went out yesterday and went to my favorite bargain stores and thrift stores looking for some good old-fashioned trash. So why don't we just cut to that right now. So I begin my day with a nutritious breakfast of a mini Coke and a smoke. You're going to have to trust me on the smoke. But anyway, after my delicious, nutritious breakfast, I feel very energized and ready for a day of trashy book shopping at my favorite thrift stores and bargain stores. We start off at Ollie's in honor of Criminale. Ollie's Bargain Books, where words are cheap. That's what we're talking about. Let's see what they have. We have a lot of Bibles here, as well as Bible book bags in lovely vinyl, and all kinds of Amish romance. This looks intriguing. But I decided to look at the thrift store first and see if I can get anything a little cheaper and a little trashier. Here we have beautiful objet d'art with all kinds of clothes and furnishings and mismatched lamps. And I'm looking for the book section. Here we go. 4 for $1. You cannot get any cheaper than that. So let's see what they have. So we have Mad Menagerie, an old vintage copy, Charles Adams, Black Mariah, and 2 very cool vintage magazines, fantasy magazines. This is called Epic, and wow, I was really happy with these purchases. I have 2, one sci-fi, one horror, and all this shopping has made me work up an appetite. So instead of going to my favorite health food store, I'm going to Mickey D's and ordering some lunch.
Hi, how may I help you?
Yes, could I get a small fries, a regular cheeseburger, and a small Diet Coke, please?
Absolutely. Your total's going to be $7.71. Would you like to round it up to 8 to support our mom-and-pop hospitals and charities?
Sure, why not? I find a great spot in the Walmart parking lot to eat my lunch, and if you look in the distance is Trash Mountain, a landfill. I like to call it Mount Trashmore. All right, now that I'm fortified after my nutritious lunch, I'm heading to another thrift store, and I'm making sure that I always throw out my trash. They have a huge book section in this thrift store, including a horror section that's kind of picked over, as well as some wonderful Harlequin romance, if that's your thing. And of course, the queen of trash herself, Jackie Collins. This bodice ripper looks very intriguing. So I did end up buying 2 horror books, Children of the Night by Dan Simmons and Dean Koontz's Frankenstein Part 3. I have the other parts, so maybe I'll start reading that soon. All right, one more stop along the way. This is the Salvation Army, one of my favorite thrift stores because it's really cheap. This guy guards the bookshelves in case anyone wants to steal anything. And I found one book, Presumed Innocent, and I bought myself a shirt while I was at it. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with my purchases today, and I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me while I did some shopping. And my last chore of the day is, of course, to take out the trash. So I hope you enjoyed my vlog, and I'm really looking forward to hanging out with you for Garbaugust. Well, I hope you enjoyed my vlog, and I hope you plan to participate in this summer's Garbaugust. I know it's going to be a lot of fun. So in the meantime, I hope you have a great summer. I hope you're reading all kinds of fun books, and I will see you next time in the Haunted Library. Bye!